Okay, welcome to the second part of our study in the double Dutch piece. Today we're going to look at the second guitar part. So hopefully you've mastered the other one, and by the end of today's lesson and you've done all the exercise, you can fit those parts together and get the overall dancey feel of those two guitars interlocking around the beat to get people dancing, or maybe doing double Dutch skipping. As before with the exercises, don't rush through them, take your time, relax, enjoy the learning happening. You don't have any rush to be in, you don't need to get anywhere too quick. Take your time, let it sink in, enjoy it, and you'll be far better for it. Okay, on to the exercises. Okay, so to do the second riff to double Dutch, we're going to strip it right down. We're going to get easy to start with and just use one note. I'm going to make it easy because I'm such a nice guy and you're in lockdown, and I feel I should start easy and be gentle and all that. Also, as an aside of that, this is probably the most important part of the timing, that you start the riff in the right place. But let's just go with the nice thing first, okay? So the first note you want to find is on the 5th fret of your B string, which is your second string. And because a lot of the notes are at the 5th fret, I'll put a bar across there like that. I advise doing that, but again, if you like to use individual fingers and fret each one discreetly, as they say, by all means do that. I use a bar just to make it easy. But the first note you're going to use is that E, which is the 5th fret of the B string. And make sure that it comes in just before beat 1. Where they place these notes and the rhythm's really important. So just before beat 1, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Make sense? So just before that first beat, we play that note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now I'm counting as we go. You don't have to do that as long as you know which beat it is you're aiming at. But, so if I was just to tap it, I'll put the count in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that note placed right. I said I was going to start nice and easy for you guys. Off you go. Okay, so now you've mastered exercise 1, we're going to add in a couple more notes. Again at the 5th fret, fret 5 of your string of G and your D string. Okay, and where we want to place these notes, the first one just after beat 1, the second one just before beat 2. We're avoiding the beat. We're not going to play beat 1 or beat 2. They're both going to be silent, and we're going to slip those notes in between the beat. So watch. 1, 2. Ooh, I did that a bit quick than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I wonder if you can do that. And to finish the exercise off, let's add in that note from the previous exercise just before beat 1. Now we're stepping up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, do you think you can get that far? It's already good. Let's see you do it. Okay, so for exercise 3, guess what? It's more offbeats. Offbeats in the pocket, as Mr. JD himself would say. What you've got extra notes, offbeats of beat 2, offbeats of beat 3. All this offbeat stuff is to play around the beat, and that keeps the dance feel happening. As the beat's pumping, things are getting off it. That indicates the feel of it without actually playing the beat. It's amazing. Anyway, I'll stop talking and just show you what we have to do for exercise number 3. We've got an offbeat of beat 2, an offbeat of beat 3, and the notes we're going to use, the 7th fret of the A string, so 7th fret there, and the 5th fret of the D string. So all the time we could keep that bar down and just drop the 3rd finger onto that 7th fret as we need it. Okay, and let's look at the count. Do this as slowly as possible, and hopefully I can keep counting as I play. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sense? Do you think you can do that? Have a go, and then we'll put it all together and tie it into the next beat. Okay, for exercise number 4, guess what? We finally get to play on the beat for once. All that avoiding of the beat, we finally make it to beat 4, then let's play on the beat. But guess what? The second we've played it, we have to go back to playing offbeats. What are you going to do? We are the part of the offbeats. I guess that's just what it is for us. Anyway, right. What you want the 5th fret of the string of G, the 5th fret of the B string, and the 6th fret of the B string. Okay, now I'm leaving my bar down the whole time there, just because it's easy for me to just drop fingers down as I need them. Again, find your own way if that's not comfortable for you. I tend to find that's the easiest way, so that I don't have to do lots of moving of my wrist and fingertips and hand position. You might find differently. As long as you place the notes correctly, that's the main thing with this piece. So we've got our 5th fret, and then 2nd finger just dropping down onto the 6th fret. But again, look for the timing. On the beat, then 2 off the beat. Let's just illustrate it then. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first of those is on the beat, and then the second 2 happen before the next one. We're counting up to 4, and then it goes back to the beginning again. So what we want is for this to play on beat 4, and then the second 2 notes to come before the bar starts again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, good luck. Off you go, people. Okay, so for the next part of the guitar riff, it gets a little more active. This is where the riff becomes, there's a lot more notes going on, there's a lot more things happening. In the previous bar, we're punching notes in and out, strategically, if you like, around the beat to emphasize the feel. Here's where we start to get a little more active. Let me take you through those notes, and then we can talk about where they're placed. We landed on the 6th fret of the B string, and we're going to go to the 5th fret, you're going to play and either pull off or you can play the note. Doesn't matter as long as you go from fret 6 to fret 5. I like to do the pull off. Then you're going to want fret 7 of the string of G, fret 5 of the string of G, and then fret 5 of the D string. All together. And I tend to pull off and then play these notes. Now, again, just a word on the timing. The last bar has us landing just before the beat. It's going to delay. So beat 1 again is silent. We don't play on beat 1. And then that guitar run, that happens, that guitar riff, that little bit of the riff happens just after beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bit slower because I'm enjoying the riff and I'm wanting to get it up to dancing tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, to finish the riff off, we've landed here on the 5th fret of the D string. We're going to move our first finger across. You're going to have to let it all go to the 4th fret of the string of G, 7th fret of that same string, then the 6th fret of your B string. Okay, so the count: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit tricky, but that's how it loops around. Okay, off you go. The next stage, of course, we'll put it all together. Oh, it's going to sound good. Okay, now we've made it this far. You've got all the notes being placed correctly in the pocket, as Mr. J.D. Vance refers to it, and a lot of people do. You've got all that happening, you know where you're going, you're confident with the riff. Now's the time, again, like before, put it all together at 60 BPM. Deliberately slow, painfully slow. You would never play it at this speed, but the point is that you get used to being accurate. You can perform it, you can express yourself at that tempo. Then once that's under your fingers, speed it up till you've got that nice dancing tempo. Okay, let's just do it. Now I'm going to add in another 60 BPM exercise. You thought you were done at 60 BPM? It's never done at 60 BPM. Okay, I'm going to be calm. What you've got to now do, because this part is based on two guitars locking together for a full sound, I think it's useful to play at 60 BPM with the other guitar part and see if you can lock the parts together. How about that? Right, let me put the other guitar part on, see if you can keep your part going, the second guitar part, while that guitar plays as well. All at a very slow, strict 60 BPM. Slower doesn't mean easier, so don't get that out of your head. It's just because it's slower, it's not easier. You're wanting to be able to hold your own and hear where you lock with that other guitar part at this speed, this tempo. And if you're extra specially clever, you'll know that because I've done the other part at 60 BPM, you can use the guitar one playing for the thing we've just done. Thought of everything, haven't we? Okay, let's go. I'm going to put the other guitar part down and play. You play guitar 2 while I'll play guitar 1. Let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so that wraps up our study of the piece Double Dutch. Thanks for sticking with me for these 2 lessons. I hope it's been enjoyable and you've learned some of the things that I look for when I'm working out these pieces, and I hope you've been able to learn the riffs and you're enjoying yourself. Stay strong during lockdown, people. You're all doing really well. Just got to keep going, keep playing the guitar, because that's what it's all about. We've got time to do it now. Alright, see you next time for another riff.